Alright, in today's video, we're making an Afrobeat that leans into the Afroswing vibe. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Alright, to begin with, let's adjust our BPM to 100. I have this rhythm in my head. I'm going to record it and then build melody around it. I'll be using this ghost note as my guide to make the melody. We are in the A minor key. We can begin with the 6th degree. And then go to the 5th degree. With basic chord harmony, you know that the subdominant wants to go to the dominant. Honestly speaking, I only explain chord structure theoretically, but I mostly go by ear. I just match the notes to whatever I hum in my head. But it's really handy to know how chord works. You need to know the chord family. And I'm going to resolve it to the tonic first. So moving from the 5th to the 1st gives us this authentic cadence. And from here, we add variation at the close of the bar. When you are writing melody and then you'll be looping the melody for like 16th bar or 8 bars, it's just good to add variation at the 4th bar or 8th bar. This just gets the listener engaged and not feel like the track is repetitive. I will replace the preset with a percussive block from Analog Lab 5. From here, we can layer with a keys one shot. With a one shot, I just mess around with the envelope settings for the sound to be clean enough when building chords or something else. So this is a background sound, so we lower the velocity. From here, I can proceed to add bass for energy in the low end. With the bass done, let's add a vocal one shot. Now we can add our drums. So this is the basic pattern we are working with. It sounds too empty, so we can add percussions to fill it out. Do you recall this Afrobeat rim shot bounce? So when I combine the kick and the rim, this is what you get. It doesn't really sound nice, but we are going to take out the rim that clashes with the kick and then the other rim. Now we have something like this. From here, I'll replace the rim with other percussions. Yeah, sounds simple but yet rhythmic enough to vibrate. Always don't forget to add your swing. From here, I'll add more percussions to fill out the drums. I think this hi-hat roll will sound cool. Now with all this pattern down, we can gain stage these drums. We're basically controlling the levels. So I want to put some delay on this spec. reverb on the hi-hat rolls. I'll give it a long decay time for that shining sparkles. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. We'll just put some reverb on the vocals. I think I can still add some hi-hat patterns because the drums are missing out on high frequencies. So we have a pattern like this, and then we turned it into this. Well, let me break it down. Alright, I'll basically go through each individual element in the mixer track and basically make it sit well into the mix. So let's start with the bass. It sounds like this. So in order to give it more punch, I inserted a distortion plugins, the decapitator from Sound Toys. This basically spreads the harmonic. That's what a distortion plugin does. And I followed that with R-Bass to add more of the low-end harmonics. With the vocal one shot, it's fruity delay, reverb, and then pneumatics to automate the sound between the left and right speakers. And then I just panned some percussions just to make use of the stereo field to create dimension in your mix. This knob right here stereo separates any element in the mix, so it's either you make it wide or merge it. And then we have some reverb on the vocals. Now with the hi-hat, this is what it sounded like before. I added a delay to fill out the empty space. And then I followed that by reverb. Lastly, I'll route the drum element into a bass track, and then I'll sidechain it to another empty track in order to add reverb. In order to set up reverb, I'll put an EQ before the reverb to cut all the low frequencies so that the reverb only affects the mid to the high frequencies. Well, on the master bass, it's just saturator. I'll just compare a saturator to adding filter to your photos. It just adds a lot of color to the whole entire mix. And finally, a fruity multi-band compressor with the mastering 2.4 dB preset. It just acts as a limiter, and then you have to raise the gain. So without the master plugins, this is what it sounds like. And with the master plugins. So that will be all for this video. Like always, thanks for watching, and then see you in the next video.